a standard queue in data structure will say how you come or how the priorities come, it's how they're going to go, the tasks that we have. But in priority queue, the elements move differently. We move by priority. That is how priority queues work. They help you to be able to set up or align a data based on the top priority, which is determined by how important those tasks are. So as I was saying, that is what priority queues are.
We gotta talk about binary heaps. A binary heap is a subtype of tree where the root is the most prioritized or most important task going into the less prioritized or less important tasks. This can be decided with what the data is, depending on how you want to organize it, with min heap and max heap being two main types. A max heap takes the biggest data piece and moves down towards the smaller data pieces, normally integers, but this will represent the most important still at the root versus the least important at the bottom, just using bigger integers at the top, smaller integers at the bottom. Min heaps do the opposite, where the smallest number is at the top, the bigger number is at the bottom, but either way, they still represent the same thing with the most important, the most prioritized task at the top, with the least important prioritized tasks at the bottom.
You know, we've all been there. You have different amount of assignments and things to do, with different dates and different time to get these things done.
We'll be using a min heap for this schedule or queue here, with the amount of days until the assignment is due determining its prioritization. So first we get introduced with these two assignments introduced early on. We have the capstone exam number 3, which is due 4/23, April 23rd, and the capstone presentation due 4/30, April 30th. And that's pretty simple so far. We got introduced to both of them. They kind of just go in order.
So as a priority queue, we're going to look at the next assignment, which is the WSJ article and its due dates. Then, because of its due dates, it's definitely assignment we're going to put it right here.
So next we get the L7 final submissions, which is due April 27th. And normally, in a normal queue, we just go ahead and put it next in line. However, we're doing priority queues, and for binary heaps, we need to make it prioritized based off this deadline. And so you'll notice that this is due later than this. So, as we can swap these around and put it in a place that makes some more sense for it according to due dates. Now we see we're at the date that this is due. So presumably we would have done it by then, meaning that we can finally remove this. Yay. However, this means that we have to fix the rest of the tree to actually fit. And how binary heaps does it is it takes the most recent last leaf and brings it all the way to the top. It then proceeds to do the swapping until it gets back to a proper binary heap condition. Finally, we have the last one, completing our binary heap, which can now be turned into the rest of the queue.
And now that the binary heap has been created, we can now proceed to form the priority queue out of it. So we'll start with the top of the binary heap with the highest priority and the closest due date, and add that to the queue first. So as you can see here, this is the fully created.
This is where we use priority queues, because no matter how many priorities or how many nodes we have, priority queues give us the chance to be able to put them based on the priority and from top most important to least most important. Thank you.